We're back. Ran out of phone storage. Had to delete everything. Had things to do, places to go, thanks to Thingy. But now we're home. We're back. And I'm tired of the prop stick, so I'm going to try to remove this spring, bend the end of it back over a little bit shorter, and reinstall it. So let me get a screwdriver and see if I can pop that off of there. Here's what we're looking at. This spring is supposed to be whoop, curled back over itself to hook the hood, similar to this one. It comes out from under it and whoops up. This one is broken. So I'm going to do the wrong thing and take a torch to it and try to bend that up and over and reinstall it and see if it'll hold the hood up like it should. See the plan here? Just so allow me to start a fire. Don't do this at home, kids. The trick is not to unspring the rest of it because heat will make it not springy anymore. There. Now, it's got a crook on the end like it should. Don't touch it, it's hot. Now the question remains, am I an idiot and bent it the wrong way, or did I get it right? Good tight fit in there still. Give it a bingo. Now, ta-da! Now it hopefully won't beam me in the head. Now, does it open and shut? Shuts. I don't know if it's as stiff as the other side. But it has tension on it, and that's good enough to hold the hood up because it doesn't want to fall till it gets way down there. Should I have put more spring in its step? I don't know. I think that'll work. Perfectly? Probably not. Better? Yes. This one is all the way up all the time. That one is about that far from me all the way up. Like there's not hardly enough tension. I may bend it just a little bit more. Oh no. As long as nobody it's probably fine. Now then, get into the meat and potatoes. As you can see, cam gear, I've got the alternator off, water pumps hanging out, got the crank pulley. That's almost ready for a timing belt. But I'm waiting on the water pump, waiting on a new alternator, and belts. So I got the timing belt, but there's no sense in taking it off now just to take it off again later. So I got the mouse house out of the air cleaner. So that's ready to go back on with the new filter. We're back. I've got the alternator, the bracket, and all the covers off. I've got to support the engine, take this off, remove the timing belt, the balance shaft pulley, and get the water pump out of the way and drain it because it's also bad. I have a new alternator, I have a new water pump, I have a new timing belt. We are going to get this thing where it will sit and run, get up to temperature, and then do an, oh good, knocked you over. It's okay. We're going to get it where it'll sit and run up to temperature, hopefully not overheat, fan will work, stuff like that. And we are going to perform a hot oil change. We're already leaking antifreeze. Perfect. Let me throw a drain pan under it. I should have one. I have enough drain pans at this point in my life that I can't keep track of which one is for what. I have one for antifreeze, one for transmission fluid and motor oil, and most of the oils share a pan, but the antifreeze, I tried to save it. Because a lot of the time I'm doing maintenance or something, there's nothing wrong with the antifreeze. Or I use it in, revivals like this, something questionable. If it didn't have antifreeze in it, I would use the used antifreeze to run it and make sure it doesn't leak and all is well, and then I would drain it and put new antifreeze in it once I determined it was okay. This one was full of antifreeze, so it didn't leak anywhere, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and put new in it. But like the dart, that jug of used antifreeze, I used it in hint because I didn't know if I was even going to get it to run that long, if it had head gasket failures or start knocking or whatever. Which it turned out to be a really good engine so far. I haven't driven it. See, I was afraid. I was afraid to run it. I'm pouring in inside there. That's what it is. Yeah, that is the Mopar water pump. Right there is the Chrysler Pentastar. 38,000 mile car. Legit. Get my not super trailer. It's essentially super trailer, but it's not super trailer. It's all around the block. So, and we're back. Water pump's cleaned up, the bolts are all anti-seized. Time for reinstallation. Every bolt appears to be the exact same, so. Let me find my blow nozzle. Close your eyes and your mouth. Wind up where we're supposed to be. Let me time go. That's the wind up. Those are darn 10 feet. Put a finger on it. Depends what we need to bottom. Take it back to it. Just wait till this. We'll get that around. We're supposed to be so many degrees, but I'm pretty sure I can see what you're saying. You know what we do? So maybe I can it shows. Wait till okay. Some should know anyway. Let me go, sorry. Okay, back to us. Oh, really? I don't know what you can see. Maybe just it. Okay. There, top off. Okay. I guess that one. It's notes. And that. It's just still running away. It's fine. New water pump. New timing belt. This is the third one to break it. You're gonna break it. It was. That's why I put that in break it. Okay. Hard one. This one should go. Hang on, something like that. Now it's tighten. That on top. There's our cookie operator. We've got 3 bolts for the water pump pulley and 5 bolts for the crank pulley. Wait. Oh, better right. Oh, good. Well, yes. That's got the wrong flange in it. We may be in trouble here, folks. Well, sure enough. The pulley is wrong. Correction. The water pump flange is wrong. Great. That one. It's got a smaller flange than that one. Now what do we do? It's gonna take Tyler out back and pick it up. Or get a pulley. Let me see what I can track down on the internet. I'll get back up with you guys. Okay, well, the water pump that's on it is for a 92 Plymouth Sundance America. That's what it pulls up. It's the only water pump that shows to fit it. And it fits it, but the pulley is wrong. The mounting flange is different. I looked up Chrysler part number off the old water pump, and it shows to fit an 89 model Plymouth Sundance. Only an 89. And this is for sure 1992. So was Plymouth just using spare parts when they put this one together? I don't know. Now I've got one of two options. I could find the pulley that fits that water pump and hope it's the same. Or I'm going to have to order a different water pump and take it every bit right back apart. So, okay, here's the situation. This water pump, which came off of it, has a Chrysler part number, which crosses over to an 89 Plymouth Sundance. Which is weird because I got on the Google and they make what's known as a common block and a not common block, 2.2 and 2.5. And this should be the not common block water pump if it's for an 89 model. But the not common blocks use a groove pulley. This one is smooth, turns the wrong direction. The one that's on the car should be what's for a common block, which would use the smooth pulley, not the grooved one, and turns the other direction. So either somebody's been in here, which is highly doubtful, considering 38,000 miles and the Pentastar's still on it, showing it is factory. They also claim the older ones used a gasket instead of O-ring. This one uses an O-ring, just like the new one. So I'm going to have to take it all back apart, get the water pump back off of it, take it back, return it, and either order the 89 model water pump, which is supposed to be wrong, but it's right. But I don't know. I don't know Plymouth. I never did. Plymouth was in business till 2001, I think. And I don't know if this is just leftover parts that got put on this engine, or if something's wrong with the VIN number or something. I mean, it very clearly says right there for a 1992 model. Of 91, which would be a 92 model. So do I look up a 91 water pump and see what that brings up? Because that pulley won't bolt to that water pump, and now I'm afraid that I didn't pay enough attention and one turns one way and one turns the other. So I'm going to Google a 91 water pump and see what that shows real quick. And then I guess I'm going to take it back apart. Because regardless, that one isn't going to work. Like, I'm not a Plymouth Dodge man. Is this just common? Is the parts not? Well, they show a CP7127, which is what I got. But the part number on this one obviously crosses to an 89 model, so what's the deal, you know? Well, it's a good thing I didn't fill it back up yet. I'll have to take the motor mount. I don't have to take everything. I'm just going to take the tension off, pull the belt off, pull the pulley off, take the water pump back off, and return it and get a different one. So, you saw me do it once, you don't want to see me do it twice. Let me get it took back off and we'll come back to it at a later date. All right. Let's hook the battery up. And see if it starts. It should now start, run, and charge, and spin the water pump. Tell me if something goes wrong. It runs. It claims that it's charging. No charging. No lights. All right, let's get some water in this thing. Nothing did anything goofy. Everything spun happy, no funny noises. I gotta attach this fuel line. Don't let me forget to put the. Ooh, where did that bolt go? I'll find it in a minute. Don't let me forget to put the bolt in the fuel line. Holds these from wiggling. And a freeze. This is full strength. Because you get a better deal if you buy it that way. So there is a bleed port up here I will try to get loose, but let's see what happens first. I don't have to hold per se, but it's plain it's completely empty. So let me go get what appears to be out and see if we can get the bleed port open. Sorry, man. There we go. There's about 3/4 of a gallon. Let me get some water. That's somewhere. There's a leak expanding at the top. In theory, there should be no air. I don't see anything running out of it. Let's fire it back up. Back alive. Remember, still needs to do that. And I think that's our steering fluid. There are a couple packages. There's all our steering fluid. Conveniently, I think there was a bottle in the back. It might have been empty though. I know where it's up. That might work. Like that. It's on that part now. It's not burning up. It's before. A lot of stuff burning off. Dead around the song and Dipper gauge working. Volt meter's working. Dipper gauge working. I just all burning off everything. All we need up temperature change oil. We got a volt meter to see how much it is charging. Nothing's on fire yet. 14.8. Temperature about halfway. See what's time to go around. That bill probably tight to get up for a while. Those are pretty good. Your roast smoking hot. Don't that already open, I think? It's not a great start. Oh, what's the time to get on? I don't know. Here's the hunting. Good old vacuum mix, probably. I don't know what temperature that comes on at. It's not already in the middle yet. Nothing's running out of it yet. Water coming. I think the base runs is good. Shut her down. How's the restart? Just like it ought to. There's all kinds of junk burning off of everything. And the radiator's leaking. We got a seam leak over here. It's slow, but it is a nice little leak. I'm getting some drips. I thought it was just where I made a mess, but okay. Let's just drain the oil while it's hot, and in the effort to get any sludge that's in it out. What happened back in the day? It was ready one time. You had the good advantage. Something that has really, I don't know. I got the inverted. I feel it's probably appropriate. I'll probably inverted. What time everybody else? Ring tight. And just a little bit up here. That's it. I'm gonna grab it up. There. Okay. Any sugar? Some oil on fingers. A lube that'll ring. And it's off. Now, let's fill it up. I think if you look it up, it costs for like 4.54 quarts. 4.5. Can I not make a mess? Oh yeah, get in there. Drink up, little buddy. Grow big and strong. Be a good for a long time. Not the next have people you have it first and on top, or you have actually before, and there's a habit. Here's. Doesn't make much difference. Some people don't like it. That's fine. Now, fire it back up, make sure the oil pressure light goes out, and then check to make sure it's full. There we go. Oil pressure light was on, then it went out. I can't see that. Full on the money. Good, clean, new oil. All right. It charges, it cools, it runs. It's got fresh oil change. Let's put the bolt in the fuel line bracket before it gets forgot. This is broken. I guess this valve was eaten. Valve was back in the design off. That one goes to the air cleaner. So, I guess I would have wires kept moving. Let's start it just again. There you go. It's way better than it should. Got a marker light out. Yeah. I wonder if the separator plate's gone. Monkey! All right, well. That's going to do it for this segment. It now runs, it charges, the water pump's working. I haven't got the fan to kick on yet. I want to do plugs, wires, cap, and rotor button, new air filter, get all that reassembled, fix a couple vacuum lines, and clean the air box out because it's also full of mouse house. I cleaned the upper half, but the lower half is still crammed full. We got some electrical stuff to look at and take care of, but that's nothing we can't handle. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Considering this car hasn't ran and sat there and ran in 20 years. It is weird though. I'm going to show you this. I ran into the water pump discrepancy, which was for an 89 only. And I got to looking on the front of the block there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there, there's a date stamp. And it shows like November of 88. I don't know where the VIN number's at on these things to tell you what motor this is. But like that's got the wrong date down in there. You're just looking at the flywheel, like the whole inspection cover is gone between them. Because, you know, Mopars are kind of like Fords, they like separator plates. And it doesn't have one. So I wonder if when it was wrecked, if it was a front end collision, if it busted the block. And they had to put a motor in it when they fixed it. Does that mean it's an old motor? New motor? Used motor? I don't know. But it runs. So we'll probably do tune-up stuff, air cleaner, and get everything under here kind of situated, kind of wash up from under the hood a little bit so it's not a fire hazard. And yeah, that's going to do it for probably this video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I want it to be safe, reliable. You know, what is the trifecta? Fixed, running, and safe. or safe, running, and reliable. That's the holy trifecta, the holy trinity of mechanics: safe, running, and reliable. And yeah, safe, running, and reliable is expensive. Usually they're just running. Semi-reliable. Safety is usually not on the table. My normal work truck I run around in, it's got a hole in the floor yay big. I'm going to fall out of it if I'm not careful. But it runs. It gets 6 miles to the gallon, but it runs. So I'm going to unhook the battery just because it's under my carport. And although I trust it, I don't want to have to live to regret that decision. And yeah, thanks for watching. And the Plymouth lives. Okay, so we got goodies. I got a full tune-up for this. Plug wires, cap, rotor button. Let's get it done. It's dark, it's dreary, it's cold. I don't really want to fool with it, but it needs to be done. So this stuff's not necessarily bad or junk, but it's been nibbled on. It's as old as the car, and I figure for reliability, let's just go ahead and can we just tune it up? Let's just go ahead and tune it up, get it over with. That way life's good. That's cylinder 1. Three, 4, 2. Standard 4-banger firing order. Remember, that's number 1 for me because I'll forget. 1, 3, 4, 2. Okay, let me get a root driver. Then we'll get the cap and rotor off. My screwdriver selection is poor. I need to get new ones. We're add to the collection anyway, but that ain't been off there in ever. I'm gonna pull the dipstick right over there. I don't 100% know that I can even get the cap off this thing. The dipstick is kind of sort of right in the way. Come on. Before I strip that, let me go get something better. I got this stubby one that's better. It's more of a problem than the long one. As you can see, my tips aren't great, but I think I have a solution. I'm not going to call it the best solution. We've taken the impact driver apart. You can put an extension on it. And if you can see, I'm not sure how well you can see, I can't see. You can shove it in like so. Here were a few of them. And either really strip it or it might come out. I may have to move the dipstick. That bracket is pretty hard. I wonder if it's been. Please note, I probably shouldn't bend your dipstick to get clearance for a bolt, but if it works, it's a dumb idea. Let me go get the actual impact driver and see if I can crack it loose that way. For those of you that don't know, this is an impact driver. There's various styles, but essentially you hit it, it tries to twist. So you are seated very well. Did I get it? No. I can stretch it. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be a problem. I thought this would be easy, but let's get a wrench and see if we can turn the distributor around. We can get to it better. I might take some vice grips. I may have to head off it and take vice grips with the bolt out. I don't know. We'll get some wrenches. I don't know when the videos are going to come out, if at all, just to be honest with you. However, what I do know is it is a cold, dreary October. They're having church next door. Well, they're about to have church next door. They gather on Wednesdays and Sundays. Good people. And I just happen to be filming while they're there. Anyway. Let's get the hole down out of the way. I'm going to definitely not going to damage the distributor in this process and buy one. But you never know. That's why I like filters when we get some vice grips. I don't want to lay it off it. You get that feeling you quit while you're ahead. Yep. Well, now we've done it. At this point, you got a couple options. You can A, go find a distributor. Expensive, probably. You can B, live with it with just one screw on it. It would probably work just fine for many, many years. Or you can C, figure out what thread that is. Drill and tab. Mirror, high pushes. Yeah. Well, shucky durns. At this point, we're pulling a distributor. No way around it. So, let me rotate it back where it was. About yonder, I think. Take the rotor button. Just pointed. Right there. Make a scratch on the fan. Scratch on the block. And now let's remove it. Let me back up. Let me blow the crap out from around that distributor. It's pretty nasty looking. So what we're going to do is pay attention to which way this turns when I pick it up. No, convenient. You don't go in two ways. Cool. Now, you can see that bolt hole does not go all the way through. That one doesn't either. But, oh yeah, it does. They go all the way through. That's no big deal. Let's get the tap and die set and the drill bits out and see if we can drill it out and rethread it without destroying it. I would rather fix this one than go try to buy one. Let's see what we can do. As you can see, whoops. You ever notice something simple always turns into an issue? It was going to be about 10 minutes of tuning it up. It's turned into a broken bolt in the distributor. So now I have to fix the distributor. And it does screw into the old hole. So let me run that through that hole. And a 10 by 32 uses a drill size 21, whatever that comes out to. We will anti-seize these bolts when they go back. Then 20 years from now, if some other idiot decides, hey, I want to put that back on the road. I know that old guy. He had it forever. Big low mileage unit when he got it. He can go, damn, those distributor bolts came right out. Thanks, old guy. For anti-seizing those bolts in that aluminum distributor. A little bit of grease, oil, hell, anything. Just something to help prevent corrosion. That make life easier in the future. Now, like butter. Let me Google. Number 32 is number 21, which is really close to 5/30 seconds. Do I have a 5/30 seconds? I do, sure enough. All right. This is where your next problem comes in. Trying to drill a steel bolt in an aluminum housing, it wants to wander anyway. And when it does, it'll wander right into the aluminum and wreck it. I'm going to attempt to center punch. Really, really close to actual center. Actually, that's going to be better suited to this. I don't know if it'll be better, but it's starting to rain. I'll get this. Ta-da! I'm not going to say it's great, but it's just holding the distributor cap on. I think it'll work. The distributor facing that way, and the rotor facing that way. Hold on it. We'll leave it loose and show you a trick. Because that bolt that we just drilled out, just make sure it fits. Can tie it where she belongs. Now, distributor's fixed. In place. That's number one back there. So we're just going to route our wires accordingly. These have got a weird end on them I've never seen before. It's actually a neat setup. I'll show you on an old one here in a minute. I'm sure you can't see what I'm seeing. This distributor cap if you look inside of it, see how there are 2 pins for every notch? That's not made in the cap. That's part of the plug wire. To get that out, you have to squeeze those together. See? The end is forked and slides into the cap. The slot right there. And when it's in, those little ears, focus, on the side pop out. So when you install it into the cap, my cat is angry with me. I'll show this with one hand, we'll try. When you put it in the cap, it's not there. You push and wiggle, and they snap in place. You can't yank them back out. That is pretty neat. Huh. And also, they were labeled on top. I didn't realize it. So. Okay, now with that debacle is debacled, so I'm going to stick your mic right there because I keep knocking off. Let's get the plugs out. I've had these plugs out of this motor once before, so I know they'll all come out happily. I know you guys are just itching to see me break a bolt off on the cylinder head and have to drill out the spark plug, but that's not. So, when I first got this car 2 years ago, before I got the paperwork for it, see, somebody else sees that. You know, there's a difference. The plug can't do any system. Yes, we do have it. She also has to see the so let's do that 3 more times. That's kind of what I do. I take stuff that hasn't ran in a long time. Now, if I'm price good, I don't think coil or anything can give us any trouble. Took the battery up and prepared to start it. And with our fresh tune-up, let's hear it come to life. Loud but smooth. I don't know how obnoxious it is to you guys, but sounds good. Yeah, she's obnoxiously loud. However, runs fine. Before it was kind of cutting out when you revved it up, which now there's still some vacuum leaks and stuff I gotta fix. But yeah, fresh tune-up on our Plymouth. I think that's probably about all we're going to get done tonight. I'm going to go edit some videos. Get you later. All right, that's going to do it for part 3 of the 92 Plymouth Sundance. We've still got more work to do. Like and subscribe. Come back for more content, and we'll see you in part 4. So, catch you guys next time.